What's good then, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on our channel. A bit of a different video today after the news has just been announced that a new era is beginning in 2023 with EA Sports and FIFA parting ways. It's been talked about for a little while. We know that this is something that's been kind of on the agenda. FIFA and EA wanting to go their own way to be able to create what they believe to be an even bigger and better game. And FIFA, obviously, wanting to part ways on that side of things as well. And we're just going to go through and kind of talk about the news and what it actually means for FIFA, well, for EA Sports, for the video game that we play, right? I'm going to read all this and then give you my rundown of what I believe all this to be. A new era begins in 2023 after EA Sports delivers the most expansive FIFA ever this year. To football fans everywhere, I want to start off by saying thank you for building an incredible community. 150 million fans for helping build this biggest football entertainment platform, EA Sports FIFA. 30 years of creating game-defining interactive football experiences will soon be beginning an exciting new era. Next year, EA Sports FC will become the future of football from EA Sports, alongside our 300 licensed partners across the sport. We're ready to take global football experiences to new heights on behalf of all football fans across the world. Everything you love about our games will be part of EA Sports FC. The same great experiences, modes, all that sort of stuff, tournaments and athletes, Ultimate Team Career Mode, Pro Clubs, Volta will all be there. Our unique licensing portfolio of more than 19,000 players, 700 plus teams, 100 stadiums and 30 leagues that have continued to invest in for decades will still be there uniquely in EA Sports FC. That includes exclusive partnerships with the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, MLS and more to come. And then the rest of it kind of is there as well. They have said EA Sports FC will allow us to realise this future and much more, but not before we deliver our most expansive game. So this is FIFA 23, what's coming this year, for one more year. We are committed to ensuring the next FIFA is the best ever, with more features, game modes, World Cup content, clubs, leagues and competitions and players than any FIFA title before. So there is a lot there. So the next FIFA, they're definitely still saying that it is going to be class. Now, what does this mean? Because people sometimes get a little bit confused. Essentially, the name is changing. And it won't be FIFA. It will be EA Sports FC. You will still have, as a general rule of thumb, the biggest players' proper names, the biggest clubs' proper names, the biggest leagues' proper names, all that sort of stuff. Don't worry. We're not going to be having Manchester City changing to Manchester Blue, that sort of stuff. The FIFA agreement that they have with EA is for the name FIFA, literally to name the video game FIFA, because that's what we're used to. It's not individually for all the players, leagues, clubs. They're all separate. So EA can still get those partnerships and have the proper names and clubs and leagues for ones that they want, right? And EA obviously have such a big pool, big money base to it as well. We're still going to have the proper names, all that sort of stuff for the majority of things. Yes, okay, a few may change here and there. What does it mean in terms of the game? EA are going to be in full control of what they want to do. Basically, FIFA are the people really that kind of keep EA restricted into doing things. So, like, different things in Ultimate Team, different modes, changing players, maybe doing, like, I'm going to say this just to put it in perspective, but this isn't what will happen. Maybe doing a flashback Ronaldo when he was at Real Madrid, but doing it when he was at United, like that flashback Ronaldo we had before. Things like that, that's all going to be restricted under basically through FIFA and what they want to do along with the club rights. Now, will that happen? Probably not, because the clubs and players will probably say they don't want that happening, but you get my point. The EA are pretty much going to be at free reign. In terms of tournaments on the pro side of things, there's not going to be the restriction from FIFA where FIFA cap the maximum amount that a FIFA tournament can have. Nothing can beat the World Cup. And that's set by FIFA. So if the World Cup is set at £250,000 for the prize pool of that, EA can't then go and do a 1 million pro FIFA tournament. Now, it's all going to be down to them. It is just, in my opinion, going to allow for EA to look at their other games, look at what other games are doing, and just have the freedom to do what they want. Will much change? Not really. You'll probably still refer to it as FIFA, unless like 2K or another game developer go and buy the name FIFA and they create a rival football game which will be known as FIFA, and then you'll have EA Sports FC and a copy of FIFA, you know, in the game shop or on the PlayStation store or Xbox store, and you see them next to them. That's when you make that decision. But other than that, it won't really affect too much in that side of things, in my opinion. I am really excited about what will come from this and how it will change. I just think it's going to give EA the freedom to do what they want with their video game. And that, for me, touch wood, is only better news to do that, giving the game developers the freedom to do everything. For me, obviously, it means that I have to change my name. Thankfully enough, that's already in the pipeline. I was going to be rebranding in the summer because we knew that this was kind of coming. We just didn't expect it to be announced as early. We thought it would be announced next year, but hey, here it is. That's it. So a reminder, FIFA 23 will be called FIFA 23. It's the next game, the game that's coming at the end of 2023. So for me, I look at it and go, if they're going to call it EA Sports FC, could the next game after FIFA 23 not be out every year, and it's just a one game and it just gets updated and it goes from there? That's what I think may happen. You let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know if you're excited for this. Any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch you in the next one.